A Glimpse into the Mind of Charles Swan III is probably not a film I ever would have watched if I didn't have a reason to, and I'm kind of glad I gave it a go. That reason was Charlie Sheen. I'm currently watching every Charlie Sheen film, and I didn't know what to expect from it, and I'm pleased to say it's a pretty decent experience. This was released in 2012. It's written and directed by Roman Coppola, and we have a cast including, of course, Charlie Sheen. We have Jason Schwartzman, Bill Murray, Patricia Arquette, Aubrey Plaza, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and various others. Solid cast, great performances. The character of Charles Swan III is really interesting. He is a successful graphic designer. Everything is going really well. And then his girlfriend leaves him, so his life falls apart and he has to try and turn it back around. Which I think is safe to say a narrative that most of us will experience at some point. Maybe not the graphic designer success, but the fact that something can happen to us that will just completely turn everything around. And to watch a character going through that, I think, gives us an element of relatability. Obviously, there are many films that deal with that, but I certainly think the narrative is something that is quite interesting. It can be quite relatable. I wasn't actually too concerned about the specifics of the narrative, though, by which I mean I wasn't that bothered what happened. I wasn't looking for a specific path or a specific outcome. I was just enjoying the journey. And I have to say, it is really enjoyable. It is a really creative approach to storytelling. And Charles Swan III is a very, very well-written character. And of course, Charlie Sheen gave a great performance. Very captivating. There's something about this character that's really interesting. And I really enjoyed following his journey, feeling his emotions. It was very easy to buy into his journey and to emotionally connect with the character. And when that's coupled with quite a creative approach, we have some wonderful camera work and really brilliant editing. It makes it a really engaging film, and I thought they did a really great job with it. In my opinion, the narrative may not be the most fascinating in terms of the key plot points, but there were so many other elements that were so brilliant that it was still a really brilliant experience. Very believable characters, solid performances across the board, and as I said, I may not have been overly emotionally invested in the key plot points as we progressed through the film. I was emotionally invested in Charles Swan III's story, and that was enough for me. I asked myself the question, would I have enjoyed it as much were it not Charlie Sheen in that lead role? And I think maybe a tiny percentage less I would have liked it. But as I said, everything else about it was just so well done that even if the character was played by maybe an actor I'd never heard of, as long as the performance was just as good, then yeah, I would have still enjoyed it probably almost as much. And I think that it's always worth acknowledging when bias comes into play. But I think, yeah, even if it wasn't Charlie Sheen, it still would have been a pretty brilliant experience. So I rather enjoyed it. As I said, I don't know if I ever would have given this a chance had it not been for Sheen or another actor in the film that I was interested in. And I'm really glad I had a reason to watch it. If you've been considering it, or if this is the first time that you've heard of it, I'd say give it a go. A Glimpse into the Mind of Charles Swan III is a really decent experience, and I'm very happy to recommend it.